All right, nerds, some interesting things in music this week. We have that long-awaited mythical new music from a very particular early aughts metal band, masked, painted metal band, if you will, releasing some new music. We have current reigning champs of guttural vocals and symphonic blackened deathcore are teasing us also with some new music. And did one of modern rock's most solid institutions just randomly fire their drummer? We've got some stuff going on there as well, so this is the music section. Let's get into it. Welcome, nerds, to the Clips channel. If you are new here, then let me welcome you to the Clips. This is a smaller portion of a much larger video that happens over on the main channel. It's a series I like to call The Week in Nerddom. This right here is the music section. We are going to be talking about music-related things, tours, new music, reacting to videos, just regular news in the music news section, all of the things. Super excited to have you here. Let's get into the news.
Subscribe. That is all.
Follow-ups and corrections for the music section. We have one really awesome follow-up. Usually we have bad news when it comes to cancer updates and things, but this is a good one. This one comes from Sick of It All singer Lou Koller is now officially cancer-free. So congratulations to old Lou. He can go back to making some of New York's finest hardcore music. That's all we got. That's just an awesome thing, and good news is always better than bad news, so let's stick with the good news, shall we? We do have some new music to talk about that has been announced and things going on and new records and stuff, so let's do this. First up is Chthonic, the Taiwanese crazy metal, I'm pretty sure they're from Taiwan. They have a new EP coming out called Megaportal 2425. Actually, it's out now. You can go pick it up if you so desire. It is a 5-song collection from the 2024 and 2025 Megaport Festivals. Seems like an obvious choice with a name like that. Next up, this is the big one I think for, well, I don't know, this is arguable, but this is the one that I'm the most happy about for the new music section, and that is an update from Mudvayne. We officially now know that they are working on new music because Chad Gray told us so. No idea when it is going to be released, when it will be finished. It sounds like they are currently in the writing stage. They may or may not have been in the writing stage for some time. They're just now officially announcing it. But either way, they are now officially announcing it. So expect new Mudvayne music in the not too distant future. And then our final piece in the new music section has to do with Lorna Shore. There were some teases last week. We didn't talk about it in the news because it was just, it could be a new record, it could be a new video. We didn't know exactly, and I didn't really want to waste the time because last week's music section was gigantic. So this week we now have an official announcement that those billboards that they were putting up all over their home state of New Jersey that said, "I feel the Everblack festering within me." We now know that is the title of their next record. It will be out on September 12th through Century Media. The lead single, Oblivion, is out now. I am hoping, because it's only been out for a few days at this point, hoping to get around to doing an actual reaction to that song, so we will not be talking about it in this week's That Just Happened episode. However, if we don't get to it this week for reactions, then we will put it in That Just Happened next week. So that is where we're at with that. Continuing on into tours and festivals, we have the first one in this section is Jerry Cantrell has announced an August-September tour in support of his most recent record, I Want Blood. It's a solo album. It starts August 16th, run in San Diego, runs through September 14th in Kansas City. I couldn't find a link because I don't think tickets are fully on sale just yet, so go check out the website and things if you are interested in that. Also, no announcement on who is going to be supporting old Jerry, so there's that. Continuing on in this section, Ice Nine Kills has announced they are going on tour with Dayseeker, Kim Dracula, and Funeral Portrait. However, the tour is going to end on their Silver Scream Con, which they do every year. It is going to end in Milwaukee, and where is it? August 10th. Nope, that's when the tour starts. Good Lord, where is it? The Silver Scream Con, September 13th. There we go, in Worcester, Massachusetts this year. That show will also feature the bands Mest and A Loss for Words, though it will not feature Kim Dracula. Tickets go on sale to the public May 23rd. There is currently a pre-sale. I do not have a pre-sale code for you, so you might have to find one on your own. The tour starts officially, again, August 10th in Waukee, Iowa, I think, or Waukee, I think, maybe. That's where it starts. It ends September 13th in Worcester, Mass. Like I said, there are a bunch of dates on this tour, so go check it out if you are so inclined. I honestly think that's going to be a hell of a bill with Kim Dracula and Ice Nine Kills on the same bill. That's going to be pretty nuts. Next up on the tours, like I said, Lorna Shore announcing things. Lorna Shore has also announced a new tour in support of said new album that will be coming out. This tour will be featuring Black Dahlia Murder, Shadow of Intent, and Peeling Flesh as support, so that is a hell of a bill. Lorna Shore is headlining this tour, which is weird because Black Dahlia Murder has been around a little bit longer, so in my mind has a little bit bigger pull, but I guess not. Yeah, so it starts September 17th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, runs through October 30th in New York City, and tickets you can find a link down in the description if you are so inclined for that one. Again, kind of a hell of a bill considering Black Dahlia, Shadow of Intent, and Lorna Shore on the same bill. Peeling Flesh I can kind of go either way with. They're all right, but nothing that I'm really missing out on. All right, nerds, real quick, let's take a break. Let's talk energy, and not just any energy, DUBBY Energy, channel partner, and it's my go-to for any time I don't want to get that sketchy sugar crash. So here's the deal. They have spent a lot of time fine-tuning their formula, packing it full of vitamins and nootropics and things that are meant to help with cognitive performance. And the star player in all of that is a thing they like to call the neurofactor. And neurofactor is a patented cocktail of ingredients, specifically using the caffeine derived from coffee cherries, and is clinically proven to help improve brain performance. I swear this stuff helps you stay laser focused, whether you're gaming or creating or grinding away on a project or just at the daily grind at your day job. Another thing that really sets DUBBY apart is the other ingredients. Besides just the neurofactor, you have the sugar-free, 0 calories, no maltodextrin, and no artificial colors. All of that with 0 jitters and no crash, just smooth energy. And then just the icing on the cake is that DUBBY is affordable as well. One 8-ounce serving, assuming you're using the promo code Generally Nerdy when you check out at dubby.gg, one 8-ounce serving is going to cost you right about $1.20, which means a full 16-ounce serving, which most of you are probably going to mix together, which is easily mixed in their shaker bottles, which are also available at dubby.gg. A 16-ounce portion is going to cost you right about $2.40. Now compare that to $4 from the other guys, and you see that you're saving money on top of helping with your focus and your brain function. If you want to give it a try, just use the promo code Generally Nerdy at checkout. You can follow the link down in the description. We are back down to 10%. All through September we were getting 20%, but now that it is October, we're down to 10% off, which is you're still doing $1.20 per serving. So 10% off at checkout if you use code Generally Nerdy at dubby.gg. All of that being said, let's get back to the show, shall we? Now let's get into some regular ass news, shall we? So regular ass news, first things first, Foo Fighters have officially fired drummer Josh Freese, one of the best drummers in the game right now. This is so weird because they did not give an official statement to the media as to why they were parting ways with Josh. They didn't even tell Mr. Freese himself why he was fired. They just told him in an email, hey man, we're going in a different direction. And that was it. Granted, he's not an original member of the band. He's the one who took over when, oh, and I'm gonna brain fart their drummer's name, and I'm sorry because I really dig the cat, but ADD is a thing. Yeah, so he took over when their drummer passed away a few years ago, and he's been the guy ever since. So I feel like there's an explanation owed to some degree, though I can't say, I can't force these things to happen. So that's kind of where that is. There's really nothing more to it because nobody is talking about it. Next up, though, is a super interesting piece of regular ass news, and this has to do with the band Black Flag. Now, I'm not going to give you the whole history on the band Black Flag because that would take an entire hour-and-a-half long video in and of itself. If you're really curious, you can go listen to Henry Rollins talk because he likes to talk about the history of Black Flag because he was the singer of Black Flag for some time. But this is a new iteration of the band Black Flag. So Greg Ginn is the official owner of the name Black Flag for a band, as was made evident by the lawsuit a few years back when a couple original members tried to just tour under the name Flag while still using a similar logo to Black Flag's, the broken flag thing. And yeah, so it was a whole ugly mess, and it's Greg Ginn. If you know anything about the history of Black Flag, that's kind of how Ginn runs his companies, runs his business. So I feel like it should have been expected on the part of the other fellas, but it is what it is. Now Ginn is bringing Black Flag back. He has a new lineup, and they're currently working on new music, according to what he said in an interview. Now, again, this is Ginn, who, and like the entire rest of the lineup, so Greg Ginn is probably in his 50s, late 50s, maybe even into his 60s, because he's approximately the same age as Henry Rollins, and Henry Rollins is almost 60, so that would make sense. Maybe I can't remember, and somebody's gonna call me out in the comment section. Please do, I welcome it, because I don't know and I can't recall certain information off the top of my head unless it's in my notes, and I take amazing notes. So, but yeah, the entire rest of the band, though, look like they're in their 20s. So there is like a 40-year age gap between Ginn and the rest of his band, and that seems just really strange to me. I mean, also some exciting new live shows, according to Ginn. They're going to be going out on tour. I saw something in France that had their name on it that also has like Judas Priest and Immortal Disfigurement and a couple other like totally random ass bands. So sure, okay, Black Flag is making new music. I feel like this is going to be a little bit like an episode of Jerry Springer where it's like you just want to look away, but you can't. It's just me getting personal with this, but that is what we have for regular ass news in music this week. Let's talk about some suggestions. Our suggestion this week is a new-ish record. Came out about 2 years ago. Last year, actually, 2024, not 23. Might have been 23. I can't remember. Either way, it is Unto Others, and it is their most recent record, Never Neverland. They don't like to be pigeonholed as a goth rock band, but this definitely scratches that goth rock itch, so there's that. They're also kind of awesome. They have a great sense of humor, as evidenced by the song Mama Keeps the Door Closed at Night. Some standout tracks on this record are Butterfly. That is one of my top 10 songs that has come out in the last decade. That track is great. I also have a weird thing for goth music right now, so take that with what you will. Take with that what you will. Regeki is another standout track, and then Suicide Today is one that I honestly didn't think I would like. The first time I listened to it, I was like, it's all right, but the more I listen to it, the better it gets, and I just can't help but rock out to it. This whole record, honestly, just can't help but rock out to it. If you're down for something maybe not so aggressive, but still in the vein of aggression and also quite dark, then absolutely this is your recommendation for the week. It is Unto Others, Never Neverland. Go check it out. Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of the sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.